also, Complex has put out their 10 most influential women in sports. And Angel Reese is not going to like this because, well, she got beaten by Caitlin Clark for number 1.
Someone really needs to check on Angel Reese after Caitlin Clark's devastating crossover left her completely stunned. The so-called Bayou Barbie just got a reality check, courtesy of Clark, shaking up her entire status in women's basketball. Did Clark seriously drain a Logo 3? That shot alone might have just rewritten the conversation around Angel's influence. Could this be the moment when the internet finally acknowledges who the true leader of women's basketball is? Buckle up. This ranking might stir more emotions than LSU's locker room after a loss.
Announcing the top 10 most influential athletes right now. These athletes are reshaping culture. Caitlin Clark, check. Breaking records. Caitlin Clark, check. Proving their impact goes far beyond the game, from sold-out arenas to game-changing moves in business and fashion. These women are leading the way. If this is a top 10 list, then sitting on the top of that list, there's only one right answer. There's only one correct.
Another loss for Angel Reese, but this time, it's not on the court, in the stats, or even in her endless Twitter feuds. This one stings more. Caitlin Clark has officially been crowned the most influential female athlete of 2025. Let's be real. Was there ever a real competition? Oh, but Angel Reese likely believed there was. The numbers don't lie, the impact is undeniable, and the audience speaks for itself. Caitlin Clark isn't just winning games, she's shifting the entire landscape of women's basketball. Meanwhile, Angel is still trying to convince the world she's the biggest name in the game.
And Angel Reese is not going to like this because, well, she got beaten by Caitlin Clark for number 1. Yeah, so we're going to take a look at that. I think it's hilarious. I will tell you right off the bat, I don't believe there's a singular world where Angel Reese should be ahead of Simone Biles either. There, I put that.
For someone who prides herself on being that girl, constantly playing second fiddle must be exhausting. It feels like Caitlin Clark is playing chess while Angel Reese is still trying to figure out how the pieces move. Clark keeps stacking wins, breaking records, leading high-profile games, and reshaping the sport. Meanwhile, Reese's biggest contribution seems to be inspiring a new generation of sore losers. Quite the legacy. The difference between these two players isn't just talent, it's mindset. Clark plays for greatness. Reese plays for attention. And the results? They speak for themselves.
The woman who's been putting women's basketball on her back for the better part of 3 years now. These athletes are reshaping culture. Caitlin Clark has men watching women's basketball.
Let's talk about real influence. True influence isn't about Twitter spats or self-promotion. It's about drawing fans to the game, packing arenas, and making billion-dollar TV deals possible. When Caitlin Clark walks into a gym, the WNBA, NBA, and every sports outlet scramble to cover her. She doesn't have to demand respect, it's given. Meanwhile, Angel Reese leans on Twitter antics, self-marketing, and a victim mentality to stay relevant. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Clark is setting a new standard in women's basketball. Reese? She's just setting herself up for more debates. She can't win.
I shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game where the Indiana Fever are going to play the Brazilian national team at Carver Hawkeye Arena, Caitlin's college facility, sold out. They went on sale this morning at 9 a.m. for Fever season ticket holders, Iowa donors, and Iowa season ticket holders for women's basketball. And then general admission was supposed to go on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm hearing rumblings of like maybe scalpers got in, like the secondary market is already crazy.
But don't worry, Angel has had her moments, like when she went viral for complaining about not getting the same treatment as Caitlin Clark. Because apparently, that's how you gain influence, by sulking. Here's the reality. Respect isn't handed out like participation trophies. It's earned. Maybe if someone had told her that sooner, she wouldn't have spent her career trying to convince the world she's oppressed. Basketball rewards excellence, not excuses. And right now, Clark is showing the world what true excellence looks like, while Reese struggles to keep up.
When we went to the WNBA games and we went to go watch Caitlin Clark when they came to play the Washington Mystics in DC, and they shut they had to move the game from the Washington Mystics WNBA arena to the actual Washington arena where the Wizards played, and it was packed. It was sold out for people to see Caitlin Clark. That did not happen the day before that when they went to Chicago to play Angel.
It's almost comedic how every time Angel Reese tries to overshadow Caitlin Clark, it backfires spectacularly. Want headlines? Clark does it effortlessly by dropping 40 points on a random Tuesday. Angel? She makes controversial statements, then acts surprised when people call her out. Clark earns her place as the face of women's basketball through skill. Angel, on the other hand, keeps trying to create a rivalry that only exists in her imagination. The difference between them is simple. One lets her game do the talking, while the other just keeps talking.
Level, Caitlin Clark has broken records at the professional level. Caitlin Clark has broken records viewership. Caitlin Clark has broken records attendance. Caitlin Clark has broken records merchandise. Proving their impact goes far beyond the game. From sold-out arenas to game-changing moves in business and fashion, these women are leading the way. Business and fashion, you saw the NIL deals rolling out. You see the sponsorship deals that she currently...
Another day, another setback for Angel Reese, while Caitlin Clark continues to solidify her superstar status. This isn't just about rankings, it's about perception. The world sees Caitlin as the future of the sport, a game changer, a leader. Angel? She's just there, making noise without delivering results. Maybe if she spent less time on social media and more time working on her game, things would be different. Clark is busy building a dynasty, while Reese is busy trying to stay relevant in a conversation she can't control.
So that's what they got on her. Caitlin Clark, she ran away with number one. I don't think that should surprise us. She came away with number one. Caitlin Clark is redefining the entire landscape of women's sports. That's right. Her dominance on the court has shattered outdated narratives about women's sports, proving that women's basketball can be just as marketable and widely watched as men's. But the Caitlin Clark effect goes far beyond her performance. It's reshaping the entire sports landscape. Clark's impact is undeniable. Her presence alone boosted WNBA attendance by 105.
Speaking of influence, tickets to Clark's games vanish in minutes. Meanwhile, Chicago Sky tickets? Plentiful. Courtside, mid-level, nosebleeds, you name it, they're available. Yet Angel Reese still believes she's on Caitlin Clark's level in terms of impact. Delusional might be a strong word, but what do you call it when someone sees themselves as the star while standing on an empty stage? Clark's name sells out arenas. Reese's name starts Twitter arguments. That's the difference.
Look at the price of these tickets. This is like right after the tickets went on sale. So no good seats. $1,142 for a not very good seat. I'm guessing 10 grand minimum courtside to go see.
Caitlin Clark is rewriting record books, selling out arenas, and breaking viewership records. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is retweeting her own highlights, trying to convince people she's iconic. The difference is clear. One fills arenas, inspires a generation, and excites WNBA executives. The other? Well, let's just say without Clark, Reese's relevance would be questionable at best. It's not just about skill, it's about impact. And right now, Clark is defining the future of women's basketball, while Reese is still searching for her place in it.
The hottest tickets in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark coming back to the city that she owns, coming back to Chicago after Chicago gave her such a warm welcome last year. They threw Barbie night for Caitlin Clark's arrival. They gave her pink towels. The fans were lined up on the side. She was signing autographs. How is Chicago going to welcome Caitlin Clark this next year around? How are they going to top Barbie night in a 9,000 seat arena? Well, Easy. We move Barbie Night to a 21,000 seat arena. Venue and date change. Our regular season games against the Chicago Sky are moving to the...
While Caitlin Clark continues to dominate, Angel Reese remains stuck in an illusion, believing she belongs on a most influential list alongside mythical figures like Bigfoot. Reese's fans had high hopes, convinced she'd dominate and prove everyone wrong. Instead, she's missing layups like a middle schooler. If effort was measured in Instagram selfies, she'd be the GOAT. But on the court? Yikes. The reality is harsh. Clark is the face of the league, while Reese is the face of misplaced confidence.
Sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese. Stop it. Stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok. He's put together a shitload of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest shit. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a